welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is going to be a general reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising for June 1st to the 15th. Okay, we're going to start with the Storyteller Oracle cards to get the storyline. What is the most important storyline, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Libra for June 1st to the 15th? What messages do we have? What is the main storyline here for Libra? What's going on for my Libras? Okay, here we go. Libra. What's happening here for Libras? Air sign Libra. Sun, Moon, and Rising positions. Oh boy. For the beginning of June to the middle of the month. Okay, let's see what order these cards go in. I hope you're all doing well and enjoying your day. I hope you got to see the lunar eclipse that happened. It was quite stunning to witness if you live in a part of the world where you could see it. Okay, what is the first card here? Thank you. Okay, Libra, my friends, let's begin. You feel trapped. Something is making you feel like you don't have options. You feel a little trapped. What's going on here? You feel inspired and trapped. Wow, that must be quite the tug of war, Libra, to feel inspired and trapped, 2 steps forward, 1 back. What's going on in your energy field here? Interesting. There's something that's causing this wishy-washy bound up feeling. Okay, it's in reverse. So it's like you're feeling an interesting new energy towards the things that you're attached to typically. So things that you may have been really attached to, you've started to let go of. This is good, especially for a Libra. Libra, this is hard work for you to let go of expectations and attachments, and you're working on it. It's still in reverse, so I know it's still challenging you, but you're doing it. You're doing the work. And it's very unfamiliar for you, for sure. It's almost like you're tapping into fire sign energy, which is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So maybe you have one of those in your moon, or maybe your sun sign, maybe you're cross-watching, or not cross-watching, but watching for your 3 different signs in your primal triad. So you could have a placement in fire sign. That's what I'm trying to say. Interesting. You're tapping into that. But you see, this is the thing. This is that going back and forth thing. You're not 100% confident. Your personal power is not at 100%. It's at 50% because you do still feel trapped. You're not willing to take action yet, though. You're not feeling impulsive, which is good, but you do want to communicate how you're feeling. Yes, you're not open. No, being open to whatever energies are in your direct environment, you're not really open to them right now. And you don't know whether or not your intuition is telling you the truth or lying to you. But there's a part of you that just really wants to have control. Of course, you're a Libra. You really do want to have control over the situation and over the truth in the matter. Okay, you want to know the truth of the matter. Yes. It's like your ability to be grounded and your ability to manifest are being challenged. We have earth energy in reverse. So that's Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. You could have a placement in one of those signs as well. Or you could just be feeling that that earth energy is a challenge for you. It's hard for you to ground. It's hard for you to feel like you belong. It's hard for you to have a solid sense of identity because things are shifting. Yeah. You don't know whether or not to listen to your intuition. You don't really feel like everything is the way it needs to be. Unity is in reverse, which suggests that things are not in balance. Things are not aligned. Things are out of whack. You're not sure, right? But God, you really want to speak your truth about something. It's like that's the thing you're the most sure about. That and your emotions. Your water sign energy here is coming up. You could have a placement in Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, or you could just be really tapped into that feminine energy in the emotional realm, but not in the security realm, because we saw the earth energy in reverse, which suggests that your physical security is challenged, but your emotional presence is strong. You want to speak about how you feel. You want to speak about how you feel, but you're having a hard time trusting your intuition. And you don't want to withdraw into solitude. You're feeling challenged to withdraw into solitude so you can hear those I am statements through your divine connection, through your spirituality, but it's challenging you because it's unfamiliar, okay? Very unfamiliar for you personally right now, but also in terms of being a Libra, this would be very unfamiliar because you're used to things being very black and white, right and wrong, correct, not correct, legitimate, not legitimate, authentic, not authentic. You're able to do that most of the time, but right now you're in a new ball game. You're being asked to use your divine connection through your intuition and to speak your truth, but it's like you're torn, Libra. Wow, seeing a Libra torn, that must be really unfamiliar. Seeing the unfamiliar card doesn't seem to do that justice. Interesting. Okay, let's jump into tarot here to see what we can uncover for you. Okay. As I cut the deck, we see the Devil and the King of Rods. So Capricorn energy here, there's your feminine energy in Capricorn, also speaking about, the Devil card talks about your vices, the things you do that aren't really intended the way you think. I always think about this card as being like an idea of yourself that you hold that is based on your ego, not your spirituality. It's sometimes speaks of dependencies to the external world that we hold, okay? And we see that with the King of Rods. The King of Rods is able to connect the vision he has with the external world. He can generate change. He is impulsive. He knows he needs time to develop and evolve again, but he likes to act. You're not there yet because you're hanging out in here maybe thinking about the needs of the ego versus the needs of spirit. You're being drawn and called closer to spirit. Okay, Libra, we need to not resist that. Oh boy, first card out of the deck is the Fool. Yeah, as I said, that you're being called and drawn to spirit. We see the Fool, which is the first card in terms of self-discovery, the first card of tarot. This is you right now for the beginning of June. You are on the path of self-discovery, and it's unfamiliar. It's unfamiliar, and there is no right and wrong. So that's going to be interesting for a Libra. What's challenging this? Strength. This is Leo energy, okay? This card suggests that, yeah, your confidence is not helping you. You're not feeling that strength in this journey. We saw it. We saw it in the other cards here through the Storyteller Oracle, that your crown was in reverse, unity is in reverse, listen is in reverse, control is in reverse, truth is in reverse, open is in reverse, impulsivity and solar plex is in reverse. You've got lots of cards here that suggest that this is unfamiliar and you feel trapped and inspired, remember, at the same time. This is wild, wild stuff for a Libra to be feeling. So I really want to make sure we give you a good reading today so that this helps you go through June a little bit more comfortably, I hope. Sorry, I got distracted because my cat walked in and I don't see where she's sitting. Oh, she's right underneath me. Hey, Susie. Little baby. Okay, sorry. Okay, what is top of mind for Libra right now? Top of mind for Libra makes sense. Queen of Swords. Okay, look at the camera change when I held that card. This keeps happening with certain cards today, the camera changing its brightness. The Queen of Swords, my darlings, is you, Libra. That's you. That's what's top of mind right now, is that you want things to be black and white. You want them to fit into your Libra package, and they don't. Okay, see, look at the light change. Fascinating. It's almost like this is the card to highlight. There it goes again. Yeah, you're sitting in your Libra energy trying to walk a spiritual path. Tricky. Tricky. The Queen of Swords is an unswayable, unmovable, strong, full of conviction, and very high ideals. Hi, Susie. She keeps coming to say hi. You know, Libra, you are challenged by your own self right now. It's like your biggest obstacle right now is the way you're thinking about things. That is your biggest obstacle right now, Libra. And then we see the world and the Eight of Wands on the bottom of the deck, which suggests, look at that World in reverse, Eight of Wands upright, which suggests that the next cycle of your life is challenging you because you don't know if you should go for it or not. You don't know. You don't know if you should participate in this next cycle. You're not sure. Excuse me, hiccups. You want to speak about it. There's a truth you want to talk about, and you're wondering, should I go for it or not? Do I say what I feel for real? Or what? But then you see this World card in reverse, which suggests that this vibe of this card is one of two choices. It's do it. Where does my imagination go? Am I going to take the truth of the action, right? Is the action and the truth aligned? What do I trust my imagination? Am I going to go for it? This card says go for it. And then when we see the World in reverse, that suggests that going for this new cycle is challenging you. Like these cards go together. So that says that the next phase, this new unfamiliar phase of this self-discovery is challenging you, Leo, or Libra, sorry, Leo, because I looked at the Strength card maybe, because you need this kind of, you almost need to be a Leo right now. You need to tap into some Leo action so that you can unstuck the Fool, right? It's almost like you just feel too confident in the current you. Look at the camera light change again. You feel so confident in who you are today that you're like, what is this going to bring? What is this going to bring? I already know who I am. And it's almost like your confidence is holding back. Yes, it's your confidence in yourself today that's holding back who you're going to become. Interesting. Okay. So what are the recent past influences here for Libra? What are the recent past? The Sun. So in the past, things were very prosperous, things were very warm and bright and promising and constant. So of course you like who you are today. No wonder you got the Sun and the Strength card. Both cards always make me think of Leo. Both of these cards always make me feel Leo vibes. So it's like in the past and now, continuing into the present, you feel like the path was okay. It was good. It was prosperous. It was clear. It was abundant. It made sense. You had a very strong footing in the past here, and then we see the Two of Cups. So I think this has to do with a union that you're in, that you got into in the past, that you're still in the present, and it's creating a situation where you're feeling challenged to separate. It's almost like your intuition is telling you something about separation and you're resisting it because of its unfamiliarity. It's unfamiliar, it's uncertain, and so you've resisted it. You resisted something to do with this union. Oh, Libra. Yeah, it was very promising when it started. And now it feels like your intuition is saying to you, it's time to part ways. And you're resisting that. It's very, very unfamiliar grounds for you. It's almost like there is a necessary shift that has to happen, and something needs to heal. Now, this could be a perception about your relationship, Libra. It's Cups and Swords, okay? So that tells me that this once bright union you were in, right? This once bright union you were in is now needing to shift into something unfamiliar. Doesn't mean it has to end. It just means that something has to change in this union. And the thing it's changing into is something you're not even really familiar with, which is because it's part of this self-discovery journey that is sort of being challenged by the present day you, who is immovable, who is so, again, see the camera change? You know, your idea about yourself is what's holding back your self-discovery. What's coming up in the near future for Libra with respect to this timeline? What's coming up for Libra? Thank you. 3 cards for Libra. Well, Libra, what's coming up for you is that there's going to be a challenge ahead where you're going to have to use a part of yourself that is going to challenge you. It's almost like this you're going to have to isolate a little bit to seek out the proper mental shift. The King of Swords can shift and make adjustments very quickly, okay? He does sometimes, this energy sometimes needs to be in isolation or to withdraw in order to accomplish those mental shifts. And you could be guided towards that. Right now it's challenging you to shift mentally. You got the Queen of Swords on your mind because that's who you are. And then you got the King of Swords in reverse because that's what the future influence is going to be, and it's challenging you. It's going to challenge you. It's going to challenge you to be able to like switch gears quickly. But that's the unfamiliarity that might be required for this union that you're in, okay? That could be the truth of do it. Just do it. Allow this shift to happen and be flexible, be adaptable, shift mentally, right? Not in other ways. I think that's going to be the hardest part for you because right now you're looking at the truth of the situation and you're like, oh, I have to be honest with myself before I can go forward. You do, it's true. And you could feel like by being honest, you're going to have loss. This is perceived loss. Okay, all loss is perceived. Again, see the camera change. These are important messages for you to hear, I think, Libra, every time the camera changes. Some mental shift that is going to challenge you in the future is going to it's going to be challenging because you're going to see it as a loss. But really, it's just the initiation of the next phase of your life, which goes with this world in reverse, right? The next phase of your life, once like that initial completion of the next phase is going to be tricky. It's going to be unfamiliar and challenging because you're formulating a new path. You're walking a new path and you have to build it as you go, right? Like you're being guided here. I almost just feel like telling you to let go and go with the flow, but I know that's hard for an air sign to do. But it looks like you've made some progress along those lines. Somewhat here, right? But more needs to be done. You need to shift more. Okay. What is the inner dialogue here? What is my Libra telling themselves? Thank you. Oh, Libra, why? You're telling yourself you can't have what you want. How come? Why can't you have what you want? 9 of Cups in reverse suggests 9, first of all, is the end of a cycle. No big surprise for you here, Libra. And you got the Tower in reverse. Oh boy. So yeah, you've got to accept these truths before your wish will come true. Right now you're saying to yourself, my wish is never going to come true. It is. It could. You got to accept some other truths first, though, that you're feeling challenged to do. That's what's going on for you. The inner story for Libra is, my wish isn't possible and I don't want to face this. Oh, I'm sure there's other stuff going on in there, Libra, but this is what the energy is saying is predominant inside you right now. This self-talk has to go. I'm sorry to be so nosy and strict, but this is hurting you. This is really hurting you. You got to believe it's possible. You got to trust, right? You got to believe it's possible. And some of these lightning bolts of truth and all of these veils of illusion falling down around you need to be processed. And that needs to happen with some level of solitude so that you can get the truth out and incorporate it into the new you. Now, what does the outer world see when they look at my Libra? The outer world sees you beginning this path of understanding something new. And they see that it's almost like it's going to involve a choice mentally. The outer world sees you as choosing and deciding and formulating a new beginning that could evolve out of a mental conflict on the inner level. So through your inner conflict, Libra, you will start a new path. Now, how much of it becomes a conflict is kind of up to you. If you go with the flow, it won't be as difficult. But I know switching your mind about how you see things is challenging. We see the 9 of Pentacles in reverse on the bottom of the deck, which suggests, again, an end. A 9, you're ending a cycle of identity. This card, again, look at the light change in the camera. These are the important messages. Very interesting. The 9 of Pentacles in reverse suggests a time where your identity is changing so wildly that it's becoming a new you. And that new you is you're challenged. You're challenged to be that new you because this is who you are. You're the Queen of Swords. You don't change. You know things and you don't change out of them easily. But that's all being thrown out the window for you, Libra. Spiritual journey commences. New identity. Challenging, but happening. 9, end. Right? You got to come on board with this a bit. What is the wish and worry for my Libra? Wish and worry, yeah, is that you won't have enough. Your wish and worry, again, Cameron, note the light change. Your wish and worry is that you won't have enough. Right? That's really challenging you right now. It's like you're hoping that you'll be abundant, but you don't think it's going to happen. You're hoping you'll be abundant, but you don't think you're going to get your wish. Like we saw on the inner dialogue, your biggest hope and fear is that you don't have enough. Your biggest hope and fear is that you don't have enough. Well, on this spiritual journey, that could be the first truth that you need to accept, is that being grateful for everything that you have will allow you to attract all that you require. You have to be grateful first. What is the final outcome here for my Libras that are starting their spiritual awakening, it looks like? And it has something to do with their union. Something to do with the union that they're presently in that needs to shift. Almost like they need to forgive. When I see this in reverse, it's almost like you need to forgive this person. If this person hurt you and you're going to go forward with them, we need compassion and forgiveness. Right? Because you have to heal from whatever if they hurt you and you want to be with them, you're going to have to forgive them. What is the final outcome here? Thank you so much. 10 of Swords in reverse. So the final outcome here, when you see this card upright, it suggests that there will be a shift taking place because right now it's not sustainable. You are overburdened. You are oppressed. In your mind, your soul feels trapped, right? We had the trapped card come up for you. You have, remember in the beginning, it was inspiration and trapped, inspiration and trapped, inspiration and trapped. That's this guy. He is so exhausted and overworked, and he needs to let go and start a new creative cycle because this one it's done. He's carrying all of that load on his own. It's like he's bitten off more than he can chew, and he needs to restart a cycle, a new beginning, a shift needs to happen so that we can be creative infinitely, right? Once you create something, you have to release it, let it go into the physical world, and then you start again. That's the cycles, right? These are the cycles of the world, that these are challenging you. So is this idea. To you, it's like right now, you're feeling really challenged to see this new beginning that will take place once this ending happens, that you're resisting. So that could be why you're resisting the end, because you can't see the future. Well, that's the Fool. The Fool can't see ahead of him. He sees one step at a time. But he has faith and he trusts. And he walks the path and understands that everything he encounters is there by design to teach him who he is. Wow, Libra, this is fascinating. Yeah, you're having a hard time because you want to look before you leap. Because you think if you don't, you're not going to get your wish. Looking before you leap, sometimes you just got to leap. Sometimes you just got to leap. Wow. Beautiful. Okay, let's get some other encouraging words here for my Libras. What can my Libra do to help with letting go? Letting go of this old definition of who they are. Letting go of the hurt that they hold from this union that started in the past. Oh boy, yeah. So there is healing chaos. You got to heal. And it's going to cause conflict. Remember, we have this Ace of Swords. Don't be afraid of that. This chaos that you see coming for you is going to help heal things. This mental shift that feels impossible because you are a Queen of Swords, you Libra. See the camera light change? It's going to heal you. You have to trust that this is all happening for you to learn about you. Now, we also received, where is it? Oh, here it is delight. You need to start having some fun, Libra. Have some fun. Anytime you get stuck in your head too much, I want you to go do something you enjoy. Whatever that is. And be grateful. Look at how beautiful that is. You can delight in gratitude. Sometimes I weep from gratitude as I look out my window and look at the sun and look at the birds and the sky and the people and just the world. Sometimes it literally makes me start to weep with gratitude that we're here right now on this planet. We need some happiness here, Libra. Okay, hang on. I'm feeling like I want to pull another couple of cards for you. I don't want to let you go yet, Libra. Okay. What are some healing frequencies for my Libra? What are some healing frequencies for Libra to help with this new spiritual path that they're walking, that they're resisting a little bit because it's so unfamiliar? Oh, thank you. Remembrance. The frequency of remembrance supports our memory of everything that we have gone through as a soul in body, providing us with valuable information and tools to flow gracefully with and in this life. Oh my God, it's like a summary of what I just said for this whole reading. You need to flow more, my Libra. You need to remember the truth that is something that sometimes we only feel on this crown level, which was challenging for you. And that you had truth in reverse, which shows that you have some doubt. You need to remember this. Okay, I'm going to read it to you one more time. The frequency of remembrance supports our memory of everything that we have gone through as a soul in body, providing us with valuable information and tools to flow gracefully with and in life. You know, what I'm getting here is that you need to forgive this union. Whether or not you stay in it is, I guess, depends on who's listening and the level of resonation here for this reading. But I'm feeling like you need to forgive this person, even if you're not with them anymore, or if you're with them and you want to stay with them, or if you're with them and you want to leave them. Regardless, you need to forgive them for whatever they did to hurt you. And you need to see the truth in this experience because it happened for some lesson for you to learn. And going forward as the Fool, you're going to realize that sometimes chaos has to be healed because that chaos happened to teach us something. And if we sit in the chaos, then we don't heal. If we don't heal, we don't learn the lesson. So you've got to feel it, heal it, and then release it. Feel it, heal it, release it. That's you right now, Libra. I love you. You've got to do that. Okay, one more card because I really feel like the Libras are going through it right now. What messages from the angels do we have? May the angels watch over you and bless you and guide you always, Libra. What messages do we have here for Libra? From the angels, please. Oh, let me shuffle again. I almost lost my grip. These cards are slippery. Thank you. Courage and bravery. Yes. Notice the light change. Courage and bravery. Does that not look like a soldier heading into battle? Right? And the purple, beautiful background suggests the crown is feeding the information to this person, and the light is all around their head. This individual is being guided by spirit and courageously and bravely, if that's a word, pursuing the truth and marching forward. Beautiful message for you. I want one more angel card, please. I'm going to hold the deck like this. One more angel card, please, for my Libras. What messages from the angels will encourage Libra to trust the process and trust the divine connection? Whoa, that flew everywhere. Healing energy. green colors here, heart chakra. Heal. We need to heal something from the past, Libra. You need to let go of it. You need to, like we said, you need to feel it, heal it, and release it. Wow, I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you so much for joining me today, Libra. If this reading has resonated for you and you would like a personal reading, my email's in the description below. And thank you so much for all your wonderful comments, your likes, and your subscription to the channel. Your support is so appreciated. And I look forward to seeing you again for the mid-month reading for June. Okay, take care, everyone. Lots of love and light.